Hello, 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 everyone. So excited to be here. Melissa, Evidential Medium and Master Instructor with Integrated Energy Therapy to do the new moon reading. So if you are spiritually ascending, if you're healing in any way, welcome. This is what this channel is all about. This is what this mission is all about. You living your most authentic life, getting into connection with spirit in the way that you want to, whether you're an empath, whether you're clairvoyant, if you're someone that wants to share your gifts, maybe you don't want to share your gifts. For those evidential mediums who are really stepping into getting into closer connection with crossed over loved ones, whatever it is, welcome. Welcome. This mission is all about getting into connection with your higher self. It's about really getting into connection with spirit in a way that you can know and see and feel and understand what spirit is bringing to you. I talk about, building that relationship with your team of guides, angels, and ascended masters. And so that's what this is all about. So if you're finding me, you're on some kind of mission or journey, whether you're going to be sharing it or just being the model, being the way shower. So welcome, welcome, welcome to all the light workers and empaths that are out here doing the work. So good morning, everyone. Good morning for those of you watching on the replay. So some announcements before we get started with the reading. I am going to be continuing to build my community on my website. So we have a meetup coming up, not next week, but the week after, actually the 31st of May in the Subkit community. And that will be the last time that we will be in that community. So it will be transferring over to my website. So if you want to join like-minded people, you can get your first month free with the coupon code TRIAL. The payment service that I'm using for the community is PayPal. You don't have to have a PayPal or be a member of PayPal. It's my PayPal account that's going to be managing the payment. So you don't have to have PayPal or use PayPal. It's just my account. So that's how the community works. We're going to have 3 meetings a month in there. That's absolutely free. Everything will be free once you're in the community. So that's there. And then I'm doing in-person and virtual appointments always. So I'm looking forward to continuing helping those of you on an integrated energy therapy journey and continuing to do that. So the virtual appointments, just know they're just as impactful as a in-person. And I've been working with people literally around the world. Very, very excited to really be helping those of you who are healing from narcissism, abuse, addiction. I'm not a medical professional, and I do not claim to be. Always check with your medical professionals. But I know that the angels going in will profoundly help you, impact you in a way to help you release those issues in your tissues. And that's what it's all about. Really allowing you to step into the most authentic version of yourself by releasing what's holding you back. So whatever those painful situations is, I was actually just watching a video, and she was likening stuffing your pain down, and that it's fermenting, that it's not just sitting there, that it's actually causing you harm the longer that it's buried. And one of the things is when it comes up just as bad as it went down, if not worse, because it's been impacting all your decision making. It's been impacting how what situations you've put yourself in. Like, it's really been impacting you on a indirect level. And so now it's time to transform that issue in your tissue. So yeah, good morning, Kara. Good morning, Heather. Welcome. So that's what my mission is, to honestly help you move into that most authentic version of yourself, where you can get clear guidance from your team of guides, angels, ascended masters, your oversoul, your soul, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, right? Just that connection to that spark of divinity that is within you. that connection to spark of divinity that is within you. If you didn't check out the consciousness conversation that I did yesterday, it's in the playlist on my YouTube channel, or you can scroll down my Facebook page. Yeah, take a look at that. Oh, honey, absolutely. So why we are here at noon on a Friday together is because I wanted to do the pick a card for this new moon in Taurus. So if you're new to me, I do pick a card typically for every new moon and every full moon. There's actually a playlist on my YouTube channel. You can go back and look at those if you want. But yeah, you know, these energies, massive shifts is what happens. So what is that going to look like in your life, right? How is that going to impact you? So let's, I'm going to gather these cards up very carefully because there are 5 of them. Usually I do 3, but I actually posted on the picture 5. I'm like, oh, I got to do 5. Okay, so this is, so new moon in Taurus wanted to really speak to us. So I'm going to try to do this so you can't see them, but there they are. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, don't go with your favorite number. Go with a card that's really calling you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5. This is 4. This is 2. And then we have 1 and 3. So these are the beginning cards. I actually didn't pull the other cards for these piles because I do pick a pile. It's really a pick a pile. Okay, so let's just, I want to put these down in the right order. So we have, okay, so this was 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I'm doing it, guys. 4 and 5. Okay, we got it. All right. All right. Whew. If you're watching on the replay and you need more time, I would go back. I can't pick them back up. So I'm going to do it. These are the overarching energy for the new moon for you. And then I'm going to pick cards to go with that overarching energy. All right. So thank you for the hearts and the shares. Thank you for the subscribes. Oh my gosh. If you're catching this on YouTube, I have to really, really thank each and every one of you who has joined me. We've had some really big jumps and gains in subscribers. So thank you. I'm very excited because I know that the intention is, guys, every single time that I set an intention for what I'm doing is those who need me find me. And man, I feel like we're growing. I feel like things are going well. And so you're ready. You're ready to transform. You're ready to live authentically. You're ready to step into your power. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. And I'm very, very excited that you're here. Okay. Okay. Whew. All right. So that's that. So thank you. All right. So let's get this party started, shall we? So we're going to do number 1. All right. Number 1. Yeah. Creation. It's time to create. So, the other thing too is, yeah, creation. Set an intention. Number 1, set an intention for what it is you want to create. Setting an intention partners you, helps you to co-create with the universe, with that spark of divinity within you, whatever you want to call it, source, God consciousness, your soul. That spark of divinity. That's all it is. It's that spark of that, which is you, part of all, you part of source. And so it is time for you to create from that spark. It is time for you to create from that place of inspiration. And I feel like this is an inspiration that's been there for a very long time. I feel like it might even be a spark of inspiration that's coming back around. Like you really felt like it was never going to happen, or it was a pie in the sky, too good to be true, too big, right? Too big. Who am I? Maybe a little imposter syndrome is what I'm feeling. So pile number 1, yeah, it's time. It's time for you to start creating. And I'm going to tell you why. Yeah, because you have been gaining wisdom. You have been in hermit mode. You have been shoring up your energy, right? Shoring up your personal reserves. It's time for you to shine your light. It's time for you to come out of this hermit mode. It's time for you to come out of the studying, the learning, the gathering, the healing. It's time for you to start sharing what it is. Even if you don't feel like you're at, you've completed anything, it's not about the completion, it's about the journey. So where are you on that journey, and what is it that you've learned that you can now share? Because you are being guided, right, to start this new road, to go down a very different path. And this Taurus new moon is going to bring you what it is you need to help you go down the new path. But you're going to have to I don't want to say fight for it, but I feel like there is going to be some kind of pushing through any obstacles or challenges. And they could be internal, that imposter syndrome, like, who am I to be creating this? Who am I to be sharing this? Who am I to be leading the charge, right? Leading the illumination. But it is. Because that is where you're going to start feeling like you're in grace and ease. That's where you're going to start feeling like things are becoming abundantly clear, because you are now in co-creation with the spark of divinity within you, pile number 1. And it's time. It's time for you to be in that spark of divinity. It's time for you to shine your light, that part of yourself that has always wanted to shine. It always felt like there was more, and it's time. It's time to get into that more. It's time to get into, and I feel like the road is going to be shown. The road is going to be shown. No, you can't stay small. No, you can't stay where you are. Pile number 1, this creation, if you stay where you are, you're going to have some big obstacles and challenges. So it's going to be really important for you not to stay where you are, to love yourself in the moving forward. Yeah, because it's time for you to be in grace and ease. It's time for you to have, look at this, joy and contentment. Look at those 2 cards that came out together. So pile number 1, things have been really hard. You've been in hermit mode. You've been learning. You've been shoring up your reserves. You've been learning who you are. And now it's time to share it. And now in this full moon energy, it's time to create. It's time to get into that connection with that spark of divinity that's saying, hey, go in this direction. That's your direction. Go this way. That's where your abundance and your prosperity is. All right. So those of you who are joining me, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a pick a card. There are 5 different options. So definitely check those out. Check those out. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. Oh, pile number 2. You're still feeling the fear. You're still feeling the fear of the way forward. You're still feeling the fear of what's been holding you back for a very long time. Set that intention to release the fear. Set that intention to be able to love yourself and emerge into what it is you do want, not what it is you don't want. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is doing something despite the fear. And I feel pile number 2, that's what you need to do. So, yeah, because you are being given guidance. You are being given that connection to your magnificence, to your team of guides, angels, ascended masters, to allow you to know what is going to bring you solid grounding, money, finances, resource, that intuitive nudge to go in the right way. And the fear is blocking you from getting the message that you need, number 2. fear is in the way of you getting the message that you need. The message that you can feel is right there, but you can't trust and act on it because that fear is holding you back to such a degree that you are crippled. You're crippled. Like I'm seeing you completely bound up. Your feet and your hands and your eyes, everything's bound. You can't move. But Spirit's coming in saying, we're giving you the way to unbind yourself. We're giving you the way to go forward, but we need you to partner with us and to go in that direction. Because we're bringing you offers. We're bringing you support. We're bringing you the right people. And I feel like for some of you, pile number 2, there's been people coming over and over and over again. And it's like you keep dismissing them or discounting them. But Spirit always brings you what you need until you receive it. So I don't want you to feel like you missed anything. No, it's about continuing forward and now taking the help, now taking the next offer. Because that's where your flow is. That's where the grace and ease is. By you allowing that fear, again, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's going in despite of the fear. And I feel like this Taurus new moon is slowly, one step at a time, taking you out of your comfort zone and into what is going to bring you your prosperity, your abundance, your grace, your ease. But it can't do that if you're holding on to that fear. If you're not allowing Spirit to bring you the messages because the fear is overshadowing that. Yeah, you have to understand that you're protected. Pile number 2, you have to understand that you're going to be where you need to be. It may not feel comfortable, but you'll be safe. You'll be brought into safety and stability, but it's going to be different. But you can't get there if you don't walk through the fear. Get the support. Call on your guardian angels, but get the support. Yeah. Because raising your vibrational frequency will actually take you out of fear and into compassion, into gratitude. So if you're really stuck in the fear, we've got to very quickly transform that glass half empty to glass half full. So for some of you, this is about getting into gratitude and feeling that gratitude, feeling that shift in the frequency. Because when you're feeling gratitude, it feels good. It feels amazing. It feels like you can. So partner with your team of guides, angels, and ascended masters. Pile number 2. So that you can absolutely receive the support, the intuition, and the resources that you need. All right. That's pile number 2. Thank you for being here. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Whew. For pile number 3, it's time to step back. As humans, we struggle with stepping back, with getting out of the striving and driving, getting into the just being, allowing yourself to disconnect, rest, rejuvenate. This new moon might even be pushing you into a situation where you feel like you have nothing. You feel like nothing's going right. And this is why many things are being pulled away from you so that you have to go into the void. You have to get quiet. All right, let's see why, pile number 3. Let's see why. Welcome, Natalia. Welcome, Leanne. Welcome, David. Hello, Joanne. Okay. Yeah. Because right now, you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself hostage. Right now, you won't look clearly at a situation. You're getting in your own way because you're on that treadmill of striving and driving. You're in the fear of not being safe and stable, number 3. So the way to pull yourself out of that is to take the time that you need. And this full moon, again, it may be pile number 3, really taking things away from you. The right things not, or the things you want not falling into place. The things you want not working out. It's because you need to get off that treadmill. You need to get off of that system of being and doing that you've been on for so long. And this full moon is like, no, we gotta open you up to what it is you don't want to see so you can heal that or move past it. Yeah, because it's time for you to get into abundance. It's time for you to get onto the next cycle, the next where you need to be going. And you can't go there from where you are currently. You can't get to the resources. You can't get to it almost feels like bounty. Like what you're not seeing is you're right there and you can cross the finish line and you can get the prize, but you can't see it because you're stuck. And that's what this void that you're going to be kind of put in or are currently in with this new moon is helping you to see that how you've been doing things, what modality you've been operating out of is not working. Because it's time for the new cycle. But you're letting the past fear, the past trauma, the past shadow get in the way. You can have success, but you have to get out of your own way. You have to stop self-sabotaging with the negative self-talk and the relying on the people that aren't reliable. It's time to switch your whole situation. That's why you're being brought to the void. That's why you're being brought to things feeling like they're just not working out the way you want them to. Because if they do, you're just going to be on the pattern of what you've always been on. And that's not going to get you. That's not going to get you the success. That's not going to get you the abundance. That's not going to get you what it is you do want. So pile number 3, you've got to start making some different choices and decisions. And that's why things are maybe not working out the way you want them to, or feels like they're being pulled away from you. Yeah, because it's time to come into harmony and resolution. And you can't do that on the present course. You got to change your course. Yeah. And you got to be able to get the intuition and the downloads, because Spirit is saying what way to go. Spirit is saying what you need to know or what you need to come in to help you. But you can't get into harmony and resolution or the intuition until you take the time to get out of your own way. Stop self-sabotaging, get out of the negative self-talk, get away from the people who are impacting you negatively. Okay. Number 4. I see that the scammers are abundant today. So please, disclaimer, do not buy into any of the solicitors or spammers. I had a huge problem yesterday. So yeah, let's please be discerning. Be discerning about who you work with in person or online. All right, pile number 4. Oh, look at that. I love this card. Purity. Coming into a sense of newness, freshness, almost seeing things from like the eyes of an innocent child. Yeah, allowing yourself to see things from a new perspective. I feel like this Taurus new moon is going to give you some clarity that you need. Yep, that's what I'm feeling. Some big clarity. I feel like it's going to bring you into some information that you're seeing very clearly for the first time. I feel like the information's been around you, but you were protected from it until you could be strong enough to process it. And I'm feeling like that's what's happening, is you're coming into that. Yeah, things are starting to take off. Yeah, things are starting to come into your experience now where you can feel you have to be putting yourself in different spaces, doing different things, focused on new inspiration, new purpose. And you couldn't do that from that old lens of pain and trauma and just the past. For some of you, it's just the past. Like it's a new road, it's a new day, and it's time to get on that new road, have that new day, because that's where you feel inspired, you feel impassioned, you feel like ready to go, ready to take charge. Pile number 4. Yeah. And you have to make a choice, and you can't make a choice about what you want to do or spend your time on if you're still in that old energy, that old mindset. Yeah, this is about you coming into a new mindset, making your choices and decisions, moving forward from that new mindset, number 4. That's where your blessings are. That's where things are that, yeah, look at that. Whole new ball game. Whole new ball game. Look at that, pile number 4. You can't get to the whole new ball game until you get the clarity, until you can see and experience things from a different energy. So keep going down the road of learning and experiencing and releasing is what it feels like. Hey, Jennifer. All right, number 4. Let's see what else I got. Oh, yes, because I love that these came out together. Pile number 4, look at this. Sacred plan and angelic protection. That's why you need clarity. That's why you need to see things from a completely different perspective. It's like you're coming from a very 3D perspective into a very 5D perspective, and it feels uncomfortable and it's scary, but it's okay. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. You're right where you need to be, even though it doesn't feel good, even though it's big, big changes. You're exactly where you need to be, and you are protected. Pile number 4. Whew. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for being here. All right, pile number 5. Pile number 5. Sorry, I just wanted to give those a little bit of shuffle before we got to them. Oh, yeah, release. Pile number 5. What's going to bring you the transformation is the releasing or forgiveness of whatever it is you've been through, whatever it is you're still holding on to. It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. Because that's where the transformation is. What you're holding on to is holding you back. And it's not about letting anybody off the hook. It's not about them at all. It's all about you. You're releasing it for yourself. You're releasing it for yourself. Pile number 5. This is all about you going forward, feeling lighter, feeling more empowered. Yep. Why? Let's get the why. What is going on? Pile number 5. Yep. It's time. Ooh, pile number 5. It is time. Oh gosh. Okay. This is, yeah, you're the magician. You're the magician and you can manifest the success, but you have to let go of the shadow. That's what you need to release. You've got to release the shadow, pile number 5. If you really, really want to transform your life, you want to be the master magician, you want to be the master manifester, right? You want to be the alchemist in your own life. You've got to transform the things that are holding you back. You've got to transform that. You've got to be your own alchemist. You've got to release it, forgive it, move away from it so that you can get to the new purpose, the new calling, the new balance, the new harmony. It's time. It's time to move away from those old addictions, self-sabotage pattern, abuse, whatever it is, this shadow that's been really holding you back. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve, whatever it is. It's time. Because pile number 5, it's time for you to come into your own calling. And you know what that calling is. It's deep within you. And it has been clawing to get out. But that I'm not good enough, I don't deserve, is keeping it. It's time to release it. It's time to let it go. Pile number 5. All right, let's see what we want to go with this. Yeah, because it's time for you to come into balance. It's time for you to come into composure, pile number 5. Your composure, who you are, your authenticity, your connection to your higher self, that spark of divinity within you. It's time. Yeah, it's time to love yourself, empower yourself, come into who you truly are. Okay, I'm going to do some angel answer cards. So go ahead and if you have a question, yep, we're going to do angel answer cards. So I'm going to do 5 of these. You can pick a different number. You can pick the same number, but I am going to hold up 5. And then some of the, for some of you, this, one might resonate. All of them might resonate. Take what resonates. Leave the rest. All right. 5 angel answer cards. Go ahead and ask your question. Okay. I'm going to try to hold these up again. Actually, I'm going to try to hold these ones up a little differently, kind of in a row. There we go. Easier for me. Okay. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, go with the one that's calling to you or your eyes can't come off of. Don't try to go with the number. Unless the numbers reside like resounding in your head, like you can't stop not thinking about that number. Feel into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1, opportunity, opportunity. Something's coming. An opportunity is coming. And I feel like it's going to be an opportunity like that's going to be very different than what you're thinking or what you're wanting. So I feel like you've got to be open-minded about the opportunity because even though you maybe have not thought about it, maybe it's not something you've ever really considered, that's where your money raining is going to come in. Yeah. So be open-minded to whatever opportunity is showing up, because it's going to be positive. I also feel like not only will it be like financially abundant, but it's also going to give you some courage. It's going to give you some confidence. I feel like the people you're going to be working with are going to be very beneficial to you. Number 2, not the right time. Not that it's not going to happen. It's just divine time is the right time, and it's not divine time. So whatever you're trying to force, whatever you're trying to make happen right now, take your hand off the wheel. Surrender. Surrender the how and the when. Just keep plugging along, keep making the steps, keep doing what you need to do, but then don't force anything. Divine time is the right time, and it's going to happen. It's just not right now. Number 3, big happy changes. Big happy changes. So be prepared. Because again, I do feel like this is going to bring you out of your comfort zone. Yeah. This is you co-creating. You've been co-creating. And the reason it hasn't been happening is because it's coming in way bigger than you can imagine. Yep. So stay on the path, stay consistent, stay diligent, and just be ready to open arm receive whatever comes in. All right, number 4, it's time to take action. Take action. Take a step. Whatever that step is, take a step. Doesn't matter how big or how small it is, but you've got to take an action. You're not telling the universe what you want because you've been like waiting for it to drop in your lap. It's not how it works. You have to take action. You have to do research, network, whatever you need to do. Take a step. Take an action, no matter how small. It lets the universe know what direction you want to go in. Set an intention. Meditate. Like, do something that you have control over. And that's where things will start to move. All right, number 5. Here's the answer. Yes. Whatever the idea is, whatever the question was, yes. And again, this is not the yes with the exclamation point, so there might be a little time involved. There might be a little work involved, but you're on the right road. So it's positive. Whatever the question or whatever it's positive. It's a positive. All right. Thank you for being here for this new moon pick a card. If you've not checked out my website, please do so at guidance311.com. Have a beautiful rest of your month. Have a beautiful new moon. Get excited. Things are changing and it's good. Talk soon, guys.